Was smoking on my dragons, divine righteous, almighty greats, overachieving, never slacking. Back with a new video, and this is called "Visit England and Don'ts of Visiting England." So, I had seen a comment. Somebody was like, "It's all you know is movies. You always something about me always referencing movies, and I need to travel and or read a book, and don't panic. They got audio books." Listen, I can't reference movies no more, guys. Come on, y'all. Movies is like that's how I grew up. That's my culture. I'm from New York. Damn near, you know how much things were shot in New York? Like, well, I don't know. You know, I can only be me at the end of the day. And I have wrote 2 books. Maybe I should post the links. Shoot, if you're going to be criticizing me, can I get some support from the books, maybe? Or even if you don't like it? Or maybe, show some love, donate. But yeah, shout out to the ones that do show love though. I don't need no donations, none of that. Just the love, the loving comments definitely hit the heart. But sometimes I get some people that are just like, oh, just say some things, or I'm like, really? Like, there's so many people doing reactions. Why criticize me? I'm just here to learn, guys. That's it. But with that being said, let's dive into this. And much love to England. Here we go.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we are back in England for the things you don't want to do when you come to England. Now, the first don't I have for you is don't worry if you don't understand the English. You may have spoken English, or you thought you spoke English, since birth. You may think you're a native speaker, but don't be surprised if sometimes you might not understand people here in England because they do have
I'm not even going to try to, even talk the slang out there anymore because I was cool with this one girl from England, and I said something like something mate. That's how they pronounce it. She roasted me. I'll put it like that.
Various accents, but also some of the colloquialisms and sayings and phrases they do use here sometimes can throw you off thinking, oh wait, is he trying to be mean to me or is that a joke? I'm not sure. And the humor here can be very different, so don't worry if you don't understand the English. The second don't be scared of the food. Now, don't expect to have a culinary masterpiece every day here, but don't be scared to try the food. I know a lot of people talk about England and it's kind of like, oh, there's cool sights in the countryside, da-da-da, but the food, oh my God. Look, I've been coming to England for about 20 years now, and I actually have seen the food getting better. There's tons of international food, there's tons of different restaurants throughout the country, but the thing is, the traditional English food can be pretty fun. If you go to a pub and you have, your steak and kidney pie or your shepherd's pie, or you go for a Sunday roast, it's Sunday tomorrow, and I'm kind of excited to hit the pub to have a Sunday roast with Yorkshire pudding, you'll be surprised that you might actually like the food here, so don't be scared about the food, okay? It can work out just fine. Now, the third don't I have for you is don't just stay in hotels. One of the quintessential parts of coming to England and driving around England and going through England is to stay in the B&Bs, the bed and breakfasts, because they have a whole network of B&Bs throughout the countries, in big city, in small towns, in villages out in the countryside, and it really is a quintessential part of visiting England, because what's cool is you're staying with a family and they're going to talk to you, they're going to give you the tourist information, they're going to give you the stories, the history. You're in their home and you see, wow, so this is how English people live, this is how things are, and it gives you this cool idea. And that's one thing I really want to say is, look, you're not staying at Ibis all the time, okay? Go stay in a B&B so you can really get a feel of the place. And one of the really best parts, if you're going to some of these smaller towns and stuff like that, stay in the B&Bs. Sometimes your only option, but it's definitely the best option when you're here. And also, to tie it in with the second thing about the food, usually you get a full English breakfast with it, with the black sausage, and the bangers, the normal sausage, and the beans, and the toast, and the eggs, and the fried tomatoes, and mushrooms, and all those things. And it just feels like a really special experience. Now, the fourth don't we have is don't be scared to drive. I know they drive on the left-hand side of the road here, which can be a little confusing or off-putting.
I hear a lot about the driving, but I actually have a friend who has a European car, and it's on the left like that, the left-hand side, which is pretty cool.
For travelers when they come here, but the thing is, public transport is really kind of expensive here. Taking the train throughout the country, oh my God, it is expensive. So you're going to want to rent a car because you can get to all these little tiny villages and see the stately homes and that Downton Abbey stuff you want to see. You can go and see those things with your own car. So don't be afraid to rent a car here. However, I will warn you, when you first start driving down the other side of the road, it is a bit, off-putting. You're like, oh my, am I going the right way? And then when you hit your first roundabout, good luck, my friends. Good luck. But don't be scared to drive, because you want to drive throughout this country. And if you are going to be driving, I do recommend getting the GPS for you, because when you're driving the other side of the road, you're going to be so concentrated on that sometimes you'll miss the turnoffs and stuff. And with all the roundabouts and everything, GPS just a lot easier to deal with. I'll just tell you that one right now. Another thing that kind of deals with that other side of the road driving is don't forget to look right when you cross the street. Look, they're driving on the left side of the road, so the cars come from the right, not the left. And I can't tell you, I've been in York, I've been here in London, I've been in Cambridge, Brighton, throughout most of the districts around this country, and tourists from everywhere in Europe and everywhere in the US, they come walking in and they look left, and the car's coming this way, and it's like, beep, beep, oh my God. And you have that almost death-defying or a death-inducing moment. So don't forget to look right when you cross the street. Remember, it's right, right, because the cars are coming from that way, because they drive on the left-hand here, left-hand side. So please don't get killed, okay? So don't forget to look right. Now, the sixth don't we have for you is don't think that London is England. London is a great city. It's an international city, but it's not all what England is. It's like saying, I went to New York, so I saw America. No, it's not like that. Or I went to Berlin and I saw true Germany. No, Berlin, New York, London, they're very cosmopolitan cities with people from all over, and it's just such a cool melting pot that London...
Even with just New York, because like my hometown is upstate New York, so even with just that, even just going to New York and you feel like you saw the whole New York, that is not true. You didn't see the state of New York. You might have just seen New York City, and that's like night and day for sure. So I definitely understand what he's saying here.
Isn't just England. There's so much more to see out there. So definitely get out and explore the countryside, because I'm serious. You go to York, you'll fall in love. You go to the beach by Brighton, or see the cliffs of Dover, or go to go to Cheshire and all the kinds of cool places. You're gonna have a great time. But realize that, look, England is not just London. Get out and explore this country. And kind of also going with that, remember, England is not Britain. They're two different kind of things. Britain makes up, Scotland, Wales, England all together. So if you see people that are English, they're different than British overall. A Scotsman will be upset if you call them an Englishman, but will be probably okay if you say they're British. All right, so just know that one. Don't mess up the British English with people around here. Okay. Now, the seventh thing I want to say, don't forget your P's and Q's, i.e. don't forget your politeness and knowing how to stand in the queue here. Because people in England are extremely polite, sometimes to a fault. Like, I feel like I've said sorry enough, but I feel like I need to say sorry more. And you'll get sorries if someone bumps into you and stuff. They'll say sorry, excuse me. You need to do the same thing. So when you come here, make sure you do bring your manners. That's why we all wish, I wish my boys could grow up to be an English gentleman. Now, not everywhere are they English gentlemen. I mean, go to a pub late at night with beers going around, you'll be like, what? There's no English gentleman here. Yeah, there is that. But in general, manners are a very important thing here, so make sure you don't forget your manners. But also, don't queue jump, i.e. don't butt in line. They do not like that here. They are very much, we have our line, you stay in your line, you do not mess with the line. So get to the end of the line. So just know that one, because that's one thing I see that I get most of the tourists where people get upset is the line butting and stuff, because Germany, it's like a mad rush for a door or something like that. Here we'll wait in line, it'll be fine, let the people come out of the tube, we'll go into the tube, let the people get out of the train, let the people get in the train. So you do have that, so don't forget your manners, okay? Your P's and Q's, don't forget those. And the eighth thing you don't want to forget when you come here is a raincoat. Now, I've been here and I've been very lucky. This is my 4th day here, and there's still no rain. So yes, it does happen that it doesn't rain here. It's not like it rains every day in England, okay? But I will say, if you are gonna come here, even in the summer, bring a light waterproof jacket, but more importantly, bring waterproof shoes, because that's where you're really gonna get wet, because you can buy an umbrella for like 5 pounds, 10 pounds, no problem. So, but just don't forget that waterproof jacket, because you will eventually need it, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been very lucky this time. I've been coming here for 20 years, and this is probably the second time I've actually had like nice weather the whole time. So it's awesome when you have it, but it doesn't always happen. And the ninth don't I have for you is don't forget to go to the pub. This is definitely a pub culture place. Go and have your pint, enjoy the talking, the people, all kinds of stuff, and you will enjoy it. So I hope that helps you know what don't to do when you are here in England. If you want to learn more, 5 things you love and hate about London, 10 things that'll shock you about England, check us out on our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and we really appreciate your likes, subscriptions, and we hope you have a great time here in England. And, well, don't forget to have a good time. All right? Bye from England.
Much love to Walter's World. I mean, he said a lot of interesting things. One being the politeness. I definitely, I maneuver very kind. I got a kind heart, so that's why when I heard that, that wouldn't be a problem for me. Now, cars being on
Tomorrow, our guests are coming.
what the left side of the road, that may be a little confusing, especially walking. I know I laughed when he said it, but truth is, I can only imagine how many people, how many tourists actually got hit by a car just from, thinking it was the opposite. Just not being used to that environment. Uh, those hotels, though, that bed and breakfast and that those hotels looking like castles. I mean, whew, I ain't gonna lie. I might go against that rule. I might stay in a hotel. Nah, I'm just playing. I would stay in a hotel at least a day. At least a day needed, but but other than that, man, I'll be outside for sure, traveling. I'm not too fond of people too much, but hey, maybe people in England are a little different, especially being polite. Coming from where I come from, you deal with a lot of rudeness. There's great people, but you deal with a lot of rudeness. So, yeah. But with that being said, it looks pretty nice. Looks worth a visit. Original link in the description, and I'll be back with more. We're going to keep this rolling. So if you like these videos, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell. And to those that, may not like something about me, whether it's how I talk, what I speak about, it's nothing I can do about that, buddy. But you enjoy your day anyway, and thanks for watching. Much love.